Hi, I'm Penny and this is my channel. So at the end of my last video, I mentioned that I'd just gotten Skyward Sword and that I was really excited to go and play it. Unfortunately, over the last week or so, I haven't had nearly enough time to play Skyward Sword as I would have liked to. So today I can't really do a full review of the game because I'm not nearly far enough into it to give a full amount of thought of the game. Today's video is going to be about Super Mario 3D Land instead, which I have been able to play. Seeing as it is a 3DS game, I can leave the house and play, so after working on the bus, I can play Super Mario, which is awesome. So, Skyward Sword is not yet ready to be talked about for me, but I will give my thoughts later. I'll explain that all at the end of this video, but today I'm talking about Super Mario 3D Land, so here it is. Super Mario 3D Land would have been a great game to have released at the same time as the 3DS. It utilizes a bunch of the big features of the 3DS, like the 3D effect of course, the gyroscope and Street Pass. They're all really utilized well in Super Mario 3D Land, and I think it's actually a little disappointing that it was released, like 8 months after the 3DS's initial release, because it does show off what the system is capable of, and I think it would have been, it would have really helped sales along to have this game out at the same time as the 3DS. When it was first launched, so that was my first big thought playing this game. It's such a game perfectly suited for the 3DS, and it's definitely a really solid title to have in the 3DS's library at this point. While I was playing this game, I'd find that I'd be feeling influences from older games in the series. Mostly it was Super Mario Galaxy and New Super Mario Bros., and it was really cool to feel how these two games have influenced this new game to be what it is, and it's a really cool feeling to feel the older games in this new game. The music's a really big part of that as well. The music is there's a lot of remakes of older tunes from the Mario series, and it's cool to hear it all come together in this new 3DS game. It's just a really nice feeling to kind of feel the history behind this game. I'd say one of the biggest flaws with this game is probably the lack of challenge. Personally, I don't mind this at all, because when I'm playing a game, I don't particularly like to be challenged too much. I kind of like to breeze through a game and just feel super powerful and feel like I'm doing really well at the game, but people who do like a challenge might find this game a little too easy, especially the range of extra lives it gives you. At the moment I'm sitting right before one of the final battles of the game, and I'm on about 100 extra lives, and I haven't farmed them or anything. It's just gotten kind of out of control. I just realized after a while they were stacking up so much, and it just kind of feels like after a while there's no real punishment for trying, trial and error and like deaths. There's no big punishment for it since you can get one up so easily. So I guess that's probably the game's biggest flaw, but personally I'm okay with that, but I can definitely see people who like a challenge probably aren't going to enjoy this as much as other games in the series. On that note, it's definitely worth talking about the Super Tanuki power-up you can get sometimes. The Tanuki power-up's a regular one in the game, but every so often, if you've died too many times on a level, sometimes you'll spawn with a new box next to you, and you hit it and you get a shiny Tanuki leaf. You get all the power-ups of regular Tanuki Mario, but you're also invincible, and you can pretty much just breeze through the level. All you'll die from is falling off or falling into lava and stuff, but aside from that you'll clearly just run through to the end. And it does feel a bit overpowered, but once again, it's good to get, once again for me, I don't like to be frustrated and puzzled by a game, so it's cool that after a while the game will kind of take pity on me and let me just finish a really frustrating level to keep going in the game. You don't have to take the power-up, so it is optional and you can still struggle through, but it's kind of nice to know that Nintendo are going, you're having trouble, just take the Tanuki leaf, don't feel bad about it, here you go, just finish this level. I did mention the 3D effect earlier, but I just wanted to talk about it again quickly. One of the coolest things about this game is how well the 3D has been done, and the biggest thing for me with that is that there's a toggle between the pop-in, the kind of zoom-in 3D that most of the games have had so far, and the type of 3D where it pops out at you, which is one that I really enjoy. I haven't been playing 3DS games with the 3D turned on that often because I've been finding it kind of gimmicky and it was kind of a pain to keep it in the right spot, but the pop-out 3D I really enjoy, and I'm glad that Super Mario 3D Land has the option to kind of toggle between them. And I really hope that other 3DS games that are going to come out are going to include that, because it does, for me, make it a lot more enjoyable, that type of 3D, and I actually want to play with the 3D on, which is new for me, not something I was doing before. I'm sure you guys can tell that this hasn't been a completely structured review of Super Mario 3D Land, it's just kind of thoughts that have been popping into my head while I've been talking, but I am going to have a written review up on my website, which is superpaniland.com, so visit that to check out that review soon. I'll probably put a link on my Twitter and my Facebook, but this has been just kind of my thoughts on Super Mario 3D Land. And just before I go, I wanted to talk about Skyward Sword as well. because I haven't played nearly enough of it to do a proper thoughts video or review, I'm going to be splitting it into parts because I am going to probably not have enough time to play through the entire game quickly. I'm going to be splitting it into parts, and for the next few videos, hopefully, I'll be uploading my thoughts on certain parts of the game, so like maybe a dungeon or like a certain area. So I'll be starting that soon, so hopefully you guys don't mind that instead of a regular review. Hopefully that'll be enjoyable for you. I'm looking forward to it, so hopefully, yeah, that's fun for everyone involved. But that's all for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this Super Mario 3D Land thoughts kind of video, and definitely check out my website, superpaniland.com, if you want to read my full review. Okay, so I'll see you guys again soon for my Zelda videos. Alright, bye!